Welcome back to episode 3 of my Mississippi River Headwaters adventure. In episode 2, we paddled a very windy Lake Bemidji, caught a fish, and portaged around the Otter Tail Dam. There's a lot to look forward to in this episode, first with improvements in the weather. With highs forecasted to be in the mid to upper 70s, lows will be in the mid 50s, with clear and blue skies to paddle under. In fact, all of central and northern Minnesota will be experiencing a beautiful next few days with clear skies, calm winds, and comfortable temperatures, with southern Minnesota getting pretty much nothing but dumped on. With an awesome forecast like that, this is where the trip becomes everything I had hoped for as I make my way to Star Island on Cass Lake and find the best camp spot that I have ever seen. I hope you enjoy the video and thanks for watching. This area of the river was really neat. You could see schools of fish swimming just under the surface, so I did my best to capture some footage of them. day. Before reaching Wolf Lake, you go through what seems like a maze of cattails. Coming up on Wolf Lake. Wolf Lake is just a quick cut across the north end. Lake. Plan is to go straight across this guy and take a break at the landing on the other outlet of the river. Not much to show on this lake. You go pretty much straight across. There's plenty of boats on the water. Very clean looking lake. Well, got to cross Andruja Lake. I'm going to sit here and have some lunch for a couple hours before I head out onto Cass. Having peanut butter and jelly tortillas, which actually after an entire day of paddling so far and crossing a couple decent sized lakes, it tastes absolutely amazing. So I think I'll probably stop at Star Island tonight. So we'll see how it goes. How's the wind out there?
Yeah, there is some wind out there, yes.
Go figure. This is the entrance to Allen's Bay, Cass Lake. Here we are, about 3 or 4 minutes into paddling across the first part of Allen's Bay here. Look at that first island there. relatively calm. So paddling on Allen's Bay. We're about 3/4 of the way to the first island. A little bit of waves, but not a whole heck of a lot. I'm surprised to see how many people are out here Monday. But I suppose it's summer. I wouldn't want to be at work today either, so. Alright, we are passing island number 1 and on to number 2. Check in with you once we get there. Alright, we're a couple minutes from rounding the point on the second island here. And off in the distance there, I believe, is the Star Island, which is where we're going. The island with a lake on it. That's pretty cool. Star Island! Whoop whoop! Wasn't too bad of a paddle. Sing a couple songs, do a couple math problems, and before you know it, you're here. So now we just got to basically cross the bay on the north end of Star Island, and hopefully there will be an open campsite for us. I'm looking forward to camping on an island. I've never done that. Biggest lake I've ever paddled. One thing is for sure, it does big. So the trees straight in front of me is the other point of Star Island. That's my goal. And the trees way off in the distance, if the camera's even picking them up, is the other side of the lake. So we're getting there. We're almost there. Suppose I should get everybody up to date. I am on Star Island on Cass Lake, and it's amazing because it's a huge island and it's a huge lake. Cass does everything very big, and it's kind of cool. I have an awesome setup for the night. I am on what I believe is a public campground. It's kind of nestled back in the woods. The only reason I think it's a public campground is because there's some fire rings. But let me show you my setup. So I'm up about a 2-foot, 3-foot berm here. Got my own beach down to the lake, and yeah, I'm gonna camp right on the shore of the lake. So it's gonna be an awesome night. Got all my gear up nice and close out of the water. Got my chair over there in the shade. Caterpillars are everywhere here, which isn't too big of a deal. But let me just give you a little bit of a scope of the size of this island we're on. So that far shore is the northern side of Cass Lake, way over there. That point there is the northeastern peninsula on Star Island. So it comes around all the way up to where I am at. You can follow it back all the way pretty much around is all Star Island. Huge island. It's unreal. Paddling all this open water takes some time, and it's definitely a chore. You do get a little tired of it after a while, but once you're out there, if you stop, you just start blowing backwards, or at least I do, because I have the wind coming out of the northeast today, of all directions. So, but yeah, so it's pretty neat. It's first time I'm ever going to camp on the beach, and again, the water is still clear. I don't know why that is so amazing to me. I guess coming from southern Minnesota, the water is not clear, and so to see it so clear up here is unreal. Going between the lakes today, we went from Stump Lake down to Wolf Lake, which was a really cool run. You go over, or you go around, I should say. You portage the Otter Dam. You get a huge speed boost, which is super awesome, and you can just cruise. The water is really shallow, but it's enough to float in, and you can see huge schools of carp, and there's northerns and everything in the river, and you can see them swimming and darting back and forth. It's just unreal to see them in such clear water. And I mean, if there was any part of this I would want to paddle again just for the fun of doing it, it would probably be Otter Tail Dam down to Wolf Lake, because it was just unreal how clear it was and how cool it was. Pristine is a good word for it. Took about a 2-hour break at the outlet of Andrusia Lake before I hit Cass, and when I got to Cass Lake we had about a 5-mile-an-hour wind, which when I first hit the lake there was little white caps out there, and I was thinking, oh shoot, but once I got paddling and got underway, it really seemed to calm down. The lake is very calm right now, very little movement to it, and the forecast calls for the same tomorrow, so tomorrow we'll wake up and we'll hit the water and finish my track across and be back on the river. So, but I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to camp here on the beach and enjoy a quiet night of what almost appears to be a lake that is empty of people. So coming out here on a Monday is a pretty good thing to do. Any boat that I see is way out there. So. But it's incredible, you know. The lake is huge even where I'm looking at, and this isn't even the main part of the lake. This is just kind of the bay of the Star Island, so the island that has a lake on it. It's pretty cool. So. Once again, I want to thank you for coming back to watch episode 3. This was my favorite part of the trip with the best campsite I had had. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you can catch episode 4 where I set my sights on the biggest lake on the upper Mississippi and make a tough decision about camping or crossing. If you'd like to contribute to this channel, there will be links below. Thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one.